Hi, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Brianna.
How are you today?
I'm well. Thanks for asking. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. Okay, what is your profession, Viru?
I am a trainer. I've got an institute in Pune, in India. Yeah, I help
Yeah.
the people out with professional business communications. Yep.
Okay, okay,
hmm
okay, lovely. Cool.
Welcome to vSpeak. We help you master communication skills so that you get the professional, social, and financial growth that you deserve. Join vSpeak to elevate your personality, career, and earnings.
So, you were born in Zimbabwe, right?
Correct.
And you also went to Europe somewhere?
Yeah, I've spent a bit of time in Europe. I've spent about 3 months in Sweden, and I've lived in England a little bit.
hmm Okay, that's great. That's great. Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Brianna, we'll quickly go for a round of an activity, okay,
Okay.
where I will give you one topic to talk about, and the same you will do. Like you'll give me the topic to talk about, all right? But the topic will be turncoat, as in the moment I say turncoat, you have to change your opinion about the same topic that you're speaking for positive, maybe. You'll have to switch to negative. And the moment I say turncoat again, you'll have to speak on the positive front, positive aspects of it. Okay, so would you like to do that?
We can give it a try.
Yeah, sure. So would you like to go first, or rather, should I go first?
You go first.
All right. So since you love traveling, let's take up something related to traveling itself.
Okay.
Okay. So probably we can talk about. So which one do you prefer the most? Is that flight, train, or bus or car?
It would have to depend on where I'm going.
hmm And what is that you don't like at all?
I would, again, it would have to depend on what country I'm in and where I'm going. If I'm in Africa, then definitely not bus or train. If I'm in
Okay.
Europe, then train and bus are very probable.
Okay. So let's go for traveling through the bus.
Okay.
Okay. So you'll have to speak good things about bus first. And the moment I say turncoat, you'll have to turn your thought process and say bad things about it. Will that
Okay.
be okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. So Brianna, bus traveling, traveling through buses, Brianna.
Okay. Um, I don't have to drive, which is a plus. I can sleep and relax. I can enjoy my space. I can move around the bus if I need to. Quite often they have toilets on there, especially for long travel, so I can use the toilet during the travel without having to pull over and stop. Um, Depending on the type of bus, I
Turncoat.
can. Okay. Um, there isn't always food provided, unless you're on a very expensive fancy bus. You can't control who sits next to you, and it can be overcrowded and hot and stuffy and tiring, and it's not always very comfortable to sleep on. Um,
Uh-huh.
might also end up with a bad driver and end up in an accident, which is not often, but is probable.
Turncoat.
Still good things about the bus. Um, Another good thing about the bus, you meet some interesting people. Um, you can have some good conversation. Oh, I'm running out of good things about the
Great.
bus.
All right. Thanks a lot. It was really good to listen to your thoughts. So, yeah. So, probably we will give feedback to each other at the end of the session. But before that, I request you to give me the topic so that I can also give it a try.
Okay, so
hmm
I'm going to give you a similar topic, except I'm going to ask you to do it for flight.
Okay.
All right?
Perfect.
Pros for flight.
Okay. So the journey or the flight is interesting part, or because sometimes we have to travel a long distance and we have to cover it within very short time span. So that's why I think most preferable thing is to go for flight. A flight is the best way to travel anywhere that we want. It gives you, it shortens the time span of the travel, which is great thing. And at the
Very
same time you get to see the cloud and the sky.
now.
And the problem with that, you get the jet lags, which is, it bothers a lot. You get headache and you don't really cope up with the things when you board out of the flight, and that becomes really tedious as well. So I think one thing I really hate about flight is that you have to be in queue for longer period. Even if you have to travel for an hour, you have to be in queue for 3 or 4 hours just to board in. So that's I really don't like at all.
All right, turn code. Positives.
And I think, yeah, then again I have to switch to positives, right? But the best part of the flight is that you get to meet many people while you are in queue. You get to talk to many strangers, and you also get to know the different cultures, because generally in the flights people from different countries or different cultures together. So you get to connect with them, you get to see, you get to meet new people. So it's wonderful to go for a flight and to travel through the flights. I really love it.
Well done, Viru. Well done.
Thank you, thank you.
Some good pros and
So,
cons.
yes, that's true. Okay, now I request you to give feedback, or I can give you the feedback as well, whichever you want.
Okay, why don't you begin?
Sure. I found you to be really great, calm and composed orator. It's because when you started off with something that you don't really like, the bus, traveling through buses, you still made it, and you still try to think as many points as possible when it came to speaking positives about buses, which I really admire, because you have this intelligence that you can connect the dots together and express yourself, right? But then when it comes to the negative part, probably you were just going, and you probably couldn't gather much. And some the same I felt. I We go blank, and we then keep silence for some time. So that was something I probably we need to read more. We need to connect with the more and more with different people, so that we do get different thoughts, and so that we
Yeah,
can express. But
yeah.
otherwise, I really loved the way you smiled and you expressed yourself. That shows the positivity that you hold, and you have the oratory skills. I really admire that. Thanks a lot for it.
Thank you, Viru. That's some really lovely feedback. Very constructive. Thank you.
Thank
Some
you.
feedback for you. I enjoyed your positive points, but in the beginning, um, you started off positive and then you went negative, and you're like, oh, need to be positive. So your negatives were good. You focused on the negatives, which was really good. And then when we went back to positives, you focused again on just the positives. So that was good. But I think it, like you say, we need to remember that transition and, oh, we're just in the positives or we're just in the negatives now. But you also gave some really good points, and you saw the bright side as well of queuing, which not many people do. So that was lovely to hear. Yeah. Well done, Viru.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Your English is also really good. Very
Oh,
good.
thank you.
You are very well
Thank you.
spoken. You are confident, and also you are calm, which is lovely.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for your kind words. And this is really, as you said, it is constructive feedback.
Yeah.
And when you make a comment about someone and you don't want them to feel bad, you know, that becomes very tricky part when you give the criticism to someone and you want to make sure that he or she is not feeling bad.
Mm.
So you took a right approach. I really appreciate the way you constructed your feedback itself, you know. Lovely.
Thank
It was
you.
lovely to talk.
Thank
Yeah.
you. So you train people in business?
Yes, I train the people for business communication, especially, or the students who are looking for any job interviews, or they want their communication skills sharpened so that they can be benefited in the future. You know, so yeah,
Okay,
I
that's
help the
amazing.
people out.
You, this has
Great.
been really, really great. Thank you for this time together. I really enjoyed it, and I hope that we can do it again.
Sure, definitely. I loved it. You know, the way you interacted, and I am so pleased to meet you.
Yeah, so
Thank
lovely
you.
to have you as well, View. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye for
Bye bye.
now.